So what does it really take to build a nation from the ground up? Today, we're diving into the blueprint for that kind of progress, a really powerful idea called development administration. And believe me, this isn't just about boring government stuff. It's about how you turn a big, hopeful vision for a better future into something real. I want you to just picture the world for a second, right around the mid-20th century. Old empires are falling apart, and all these new nations are popping up, just buzzing with hope and excitement. But freedom comes with this absolutely massive question. How do you actually build a country? Because the old systems left behind, they were built for control, not for growth. A completely new way of thinking was desperately needed. And this led to a total rethink of what a government is even supposed to do. It couldn't just be about keeping things ticking over, maintaining the status quo. No, it had to become the main engine for creating that better future. And right there, in that moment, a brand new philosophy of how to govern was born. This slide really breaks down that massive shift. On one side, you've got the old way, traditional administration, basically a leftover from colonial times, focused on keeping order. But on the other side, you have development administration, which is all about being proactive, driving change, and being laser-focused on one single thing, building the nation. Okay, so let's put a textbook definition on it for a second. Development administration is that special part of government that's all about planning and managing socioeconomic growth. Think of it like this. It's the government's own dedicated project management team for building a better country. And this right here captures the whole point perfectly. Development administration is the bridge, the thing that connects a policy written on a piece of paper to actual, real progress on the ground. We're talking schools, hospitals, roads, the things that truly change people's lives. So you're probably wondering, how does this actually work? Well, it's all built on 4 core ideas, 4 fundamental pillars, and each one is absolutely essential for building that better future. First up, it's gotta be relentlessly goal-oriented. This is not about just punching a clock every day. It's about having clear, measurable missions. So the goal isn't just, let's improve education. No way. It's, we are going to increase the literacy rate by 20% in the next 5 years. It's mission-driven, through and through. Second, and this is huge, it has to be people-centric. Real development can't be something that's just done to people. It has to be done with them. And that means you've got to encourage citizens to participate, you have to listen to what local communities actually need, and you have to make sure everyone feels included in this whole journey of progress. The third pillar is all about upgrading the machine itself. They call it capacity building. What it really means is training administrators with new skills, bringing in cool new technologies like e-governance to make things way more efficient, and just shaking up old institutions so they can be more flexible and, actually effective. And finally, we've got coordination. I mean, think about it. A nation's problems are super complex, right? So you can't have the health department doing one thing and the education department doing something totally different. This pillar is all about making sure every single agency, finance, health, you name it, is working together, using resources wisely, and pulling in the exact same direction. Okay, so that's all the theory, but what does it actually look like when the rubber meets the road? Well, there's probably no better case study than India, which used these very principles to drive one of the biggest national transformations in modern history. And the impact? It's been absolutely profound. This whole philosophy was the engine behind India's super ambitious 5-year plans. It shaped everything from huge rural development projects to programs that gave millions more people access to schools and hospitals. It was a conscious, deliberate effort to design a better future. But, of course, it's never that easy, is it? Turning these grand, ambitious plans into reality is tough. It's one thing to have a vision, but actually implementing it across a massive, diverse country, that comes with some serious real-world challenges. And yeah, these are the classic hurdles, the ones you might expect. You've got bureaucratic red tape that can slow everything down to a crawl, corruption can siphon away money that's desperately needed elsewhere, a lack of accountability can mean big mistakes never get fixed, and sometimes people are just naturally resistant to doing things a new way. So, to get past these roadblocks, administrations have had to evolve. They're bringing in modern fixes like performance audits to make sure programs are actually delivering results. They're creating citizen charters to guarantee service standards. And they're using digital platforms to make everything more transparent and hold people accountable. So, when you put this all together, What you really see is that development administration is that crucial piece of machinery, the engine that connects the nation's hopeful vision to the day-to-day reality that its citizens actually live. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. At the end of the day, the goal isn't just to keep things orderly. It's to actively create opportunities for people, to shrink the gap of inequality, and to consciously and deliberately build a better, more prosperous future for everyone. And all of this leaves us with one final big thought. In a world that's now facing completely new challenges, things like climate change and massive digital disruption, the need for this kind of proactive, goal-oriented government is more urgent than ever. So the question isn't really if we need an architecture of progress anymore, but how that architecture has to keep evolving to meet the challenges of the future.